This is the new addition to my collection of knives and machetes. It's a forest axe, or small forest axe, by Gransfors Bruks of Sweden, or Gransfors Bruks of Sweden, or whatever you want to call them. I've never been an axe lover. I've owned a couple in the past, Gerber. Recently had one stolen from the camp. But I've grown quite fond of it, you know. So I'll give you a little demonstration of what I've been using it for. It was very sharp. When I had it, it was basically shaving sharp straight out of the box. But anyway, we'll go back over to my hob, which has been burning for some time. This is still the same one as you've seen in my last videos, or my last 3 videos. This is the spruce forest hob we was talking about. And unbelievable, I can't believe it, but it's been burning now for approximately, we're nearly up onto 10 hours now of this burning. Alright, we have been adding logs down the centre of it, just for cooking purposes. But there's no smoke, you know, it's very little smoke, absolutely fabulous. There's a log going in, and just to keep it going, and it's been brilliant. So with the axe, I've been testing it against my knives and my machetes for chopping the wood. There's the little bit of wood there, and here's all the logs that I've been splitting with it. So we've got an abundance of logs at our camp. Like I said, well, like before I showed you on one of the videos, we had a nice tarp up, but someone come here and stole the tarp and stole the axe. If anybody knows who done it, please inbox me. I think it was the Phantom Tarp Pincher. But anyway, we made a temporary little shelter for the dogs and all that to lie under, keep them in the shade. And we will do more stuff to it as we go along. And there's a set of bongo drums and the bench, as you have seen in past videos. So we'd have put the hammocks up in the trees, and we've got quite a few if we want the shelter. And we've got a big bomb hole here that we haven't decided what to do with yet. So I'll give you a little demonstration now of the axe. I'll hand it over to my cameraman. Who told you, Smarty?
Yeah.
Good.
Bye.
So we've been using a chop block. Just stand over here a minute then. Out the way of the thing, yep. Okay, move out the way then. A little bit of safety. So this was a big log, like this one here.
Yeah.
That we managed to chop up and split. We did split it. You stand out the way a minute. And, you know, generally a couple of little splits. Stand out the way. As you can see, splits them all quite nice. Come get me one of those pieces up in here then. Yeah, anyone. Just one. Only one. That's it. Bring it down. To get the fires going, we use little pieces. Stand out the way then. Safety in mind all the time. Bit more. Sit on that log. Good boy. And different ways you can use the axe. I don't know if you've seen Ray Mears doing this. He does quite clever, just to split it down. And very little effort needed with the axe. Sit back down here.
What do you get?
Just to get little pieces to start the fires. Yep. Just one little chops. And then you can also use it for doing your feather stick and your wedging. And this is how I'd split the logs. Little wedges like this. And then obviously tap them down to split the logs. Simple. Well, you can see it splitting this log here now. Hardly any work. Look at that.
I see.
Wood splits wood. Put that one over there out the way. And back to them all little pieces. Oop.
See, Black.
Splint the little pieces off. Just for the fire. So yeah, the axe I have found quite impressive. To be honest, it is totally now all the time in the back of my quad, and didn't think I'd like them, but I do. So being a little bit of a fussy fuss, I'm gonna paracord up my handle now to personalise my axe a little bit, and I'll show you how it gets on and see what you think. This is what it's looking like. I'm just putting a little bit on there now, and yeah, it's looking, yeah, add a bit of personalisation to it. I've already put a little bit of a cobra stitching on the handle down there, and I'll do it all the way down. If I don't like it, I'll take it back off. But subscribe, tell me your own views. Thank you. So what I have noticed with the axe, it is very, very sharp, and you know, you obviously can use it like a knife, but if you hold it against your body and then just drag the stick, you know, you can cut tiny little shavings off like as if you was using a knife. If you was making an arrow, if you was making a feather stick or anything like that, you can use it like a knife. So in extreme conditions, you know, you could basically survive with just the axe. You wouldn't need to carry a knife. You know, it is pretty light. It will fit in a rucksack. That's the little bit of work I done on it, which is sort of like a cobra stitch. And if you was going to make tent pegs, you know, people do like whittling away when they're at camps, hold it against your body to make a nice fine point. So I suppose, yeah, I mean, there are arguments out there that people just carry an axe, they don't bother with knives. And then there's people who carry knives that don't bother with an axe. So, after playing about with it, yeah, you could survive with one or the other. You can, I suppose you can whittle anything you want to with it. I have seen a guy make a bowl on YouTube. I'll see if I can find the link later. But all he used was an axe. But you can see the sharpness in it. You know, if I want to take bigger slices off, it's not a problem. So there we have it. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. It's a good axe.